Hello everyone. In this video I'd like to show off what I think is the best storage system for Minecraft. Now this sorting system was designed by Maizuma Games. However, he designed this for the Java edition and I modified it so that it would work on the Bedrock edition, which is for Windows 10, Xbox, PS4, or maybe even Pocket Edition. I'm not sure about that. The reason I think this is the best is because you don't have to line up the items like this. They will just immediately go into the chest without having to fill up each one of these slots. So I'll show that right now. Put this piece of wood in. Now, I don't have all of the added systems he included, like the ones where he would shorten the track here if the item was found in this section. But I think how he built it there, that should work on the Bedrock edition too, so you don't need to modify that at all. So as you can see, the items are getting flown in. And yeah, so I currently don't have any of these chests set up, but I can show that working. So if we wanted to filter quartz stairs in this chest here, we just put in a stair, take out one of these filler items, and now that chest, which is the second last one, will be ready, so we can go ahead and show you. So go around, look for the item. So as you can see, this second last one, actually this last one is miscellaneous, so it'll be going into this one, as you can see by that compared to there. And the lights show that it's filling up. It'll take a minute to the items to come around here. And yeah, doesn't matter how long it is, or how big you make it, it should work no matter what. So as you can see, we put in 63 because one of the items we put in there. So all of them are in there. Okay, now let's go over what changes I made. Alright, so these are the changes you need to make to get this to work on the Bedrock edition. So again, in Maizuma's video, he designed this for the Java edition. So these are the changes you need to make if you are wanting to build this on Bedrock edition. So the first one is fairly simple. You just need to change this, which he initially has as a powered rail, like this, with a block of redstone under it. You need to get rid of that block of redstone and just change it to a regular block. And then you're putting a regular rail that is slanted like this. You'll have to break that piece of redstone, put it down, and break that, place that redstone, and you're good to go. The next one is with this right here. It's fairly simple too. You just need to run a redstone line straight out like this. So in Maizuma, he has it like this. You just need to add 3 pieces of redstone right here. This can be a repeater or a comparator, it doesn't matter. The next one is a fairly big change. So in his video, he has 3 droppers in like a circle, making a monostable circuit. And so what I have done, because that does not work on Bedrock Edition, is I have just put a observer that is facing into the chest like that. That'll detect when an item is being flown in or out, and it'll keep outputting to this repeater, which is facing this way on 4 ticks. Then that is going into a block with a redstone torch on it, and right above that redstone torch, you have another block with a redstone torch. So everything appears exactly the same as his video, and you can get rid of everything else that was in here, but be careful not to get rid of any of this or any of your stuff over here. Alright, the next part is with the full stack item detection. So the problem with Bedrock Edition is that the item gets stuck in this hopper right here. So what we need to do is to unpower that hopper briefly. Now, unfortunately, to do this, I have had to go under the system to do it, which might not be a problem if you're making this 3 or 4 high, because technically this goes down 2 blocks. So if you made it 4 or 3 chest high, it wouldn't be a problem, but unfortunately I've had to do that. However, I think I could probably flip all of this to fit in this space right here, because we cleared out so much space because we're not using those droppers. But for the sake of simplicity in this video, I've decided just to leave it like this. So what you need to do is you need to have a comparator coming out from this hopper here, going into a block, and under that block you have a piece of redstone dust. Then you have a torch coming off that block, redstone torch, 2 pieces of redstone coming out of it, another block, redstone torch on the side of this, and above that it'll be attached to these 3 pieces of redstone with a repeater going in, having a repeater on 4 ticks going into this item elevator. So in his original video, he does not have the item elevator, he adds it in later. But I have added it in this one because I think it's so important to the system for it to work better. So if you want to build this item elevator, you need to make this dropper face inward. You can get rid of the 3 hoppers that were right here. So there were 3 hoppers going like this. And you can get rid of those because you won't need those. So you make the dropper face this way, going into a hopper, going into another dropper. These 3 are all facing upwards, and then into hoppers that are each running this way. That'll drop the item off back into the cart here. And to do that, you'll just need to put redstone torch coming off that block above it with a piece of redstone dust. That should power all 3 of those droppers and make your item elevator. And the final change you need to make is over here. So he made a similar change in his update video, where basically you are stopping the minecart with a trapdoor. And the reason you have to make this change on Bedrock is because he normally has this rail powered already, and the cart will hit it and then start going away before it shuts off. So what I did to fix this is, I believe there was normally a redstone torch. So this comparator here is going into this block, and normally there's a redstone torch on top of this block. So I got rid of all that. Just put a piece of redstone dust going in to a block here with a repeater on 4 ticks. So that means that the powered rail will be off, and then as the minecart goes and starts emptying out its things, it'll wait until the hopper starts picking up the non-stackable items that you put in your hopper, and then it'll detect that because non-stackable items will give an output of 3, so it will detect it and then power that rail. However, so all of this stuff you actually don't need to build unless you're making your system long like this. So if your system is long, then you need to add in all of this. Because what happens is if your item is way over here, then the items will be traveling down these hoppers, and your minecart might leave and pick up a new item before this item reaches the end. So to do that, he puts all these repeaters going this way, and then you need to make sure that this repeater is on 4 ticks here, and then run the redstone up and over. You need to make sure that the trapdoor looks like this. And that is all of the changes you need to make. Everything else should be completely the same. He does add non-stackable item filters, which I believe will work the same. And he adds the extra systems out the back that also make the system run a little faster. I believe those will work the same as well. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. I would recommend building this as Maizuma Games built it first. If you want to build this in your survival world, build it like he built it first and then come back to my video and make the modifications to it. So yep, thanks for watching. Please like if this is helpful, and see you.